Do you know that around 22.7 million people live in Australia, while this country is also home to 200 million rabbits? That means the rabbit population is 10 times more than humans. These rabbits have caused so much destruction in Australia that the government has declared them a dangerous and destructive species. While rabbits are a harmful creature for Australia, and the government has made many failed attempts to get rid of them, China has imported more than 4 million rabbits in the last 30 years, not to eat, but to conduct a unique experiment in the Kubuqi Desert. And the results shocked the whole world. Welcome once again to Nature Logic TV videos. Viewers, when a desert swallows green land and converts it into more desert, this process is called desertification, and the biggest victim of this process is China's Kubuqi Desert. There was a time when the Kubuqi Desert was spreading by 500,000 acres every year, swallowing fertile land. China tried everything to reduce this rate of desertification. In the 1950s and 60s, many projects were launched, sand control stations were built, and trees were planted. But the sea of sand was impossible to control. Then, one day, a local entrepreneur named Wang Wenbiao changed everything. Wang invested his money in a strange idea. He placed dry bushes in square patterns over hundreds of acres and planted willow trees between them. Willow, bide, is a tree that can survive without much water because its roots travel 300 feet deep into the ground to find moisture. Willow wood is used for making furniture and paper, but only if the trees survive. In the Kubuqi Desert, strong winds blow the sand everywhere, evaporating the remaining moisture. To protect the willow plants from these winds, bushes were placed around them. In the beginning, people laughed at Wang, saying, "Who plants trees in a desert?" But no one knew what he had planned. For the first 3 years, everything went fine. Then a new problem arose. The willow trees now needed special care. To sell them to the paper and furniture industry, their new branches had to be trimmed regularly so the main trunk could grow thicker. But doing this work in the desert was extremely difficult and expensive. And this is where the story takes a new turn: the entry of rabbits, especially Rex rabbits. Rex rabbits are a special breed with fur as soft and expensive as otter fur and used to make luxury clothing. But why were rabbits brought here? Because one of their habits changed the entire ecosystem of the Kubuqi Desert. Rex rabbits love eating new shoots of willow trees. When they ate the thin new branches, the tree's main trunks became thicker, which the paper industry would buy at a high price. So the rabbits ate their food and at the same time provided raw material for the paper industry. Environment and economy both started winning. But this was just the beginning. Willow trees' deep roots improved the structural stability of the sand, so the sand no longer blew away and moisture stayed trapped. Meanwhile, the rabbits showed their real magic. Their waste, manure, became fertilizer and an important product in China's zero-waste system. Rex rabbits also reproduce extremely quickly. One female can give birth to 50 babies in a year. As rabbits multiplied, so did their manure, making the soil more and more fertile. Slowly, the sand turned into agricultural land, and organic vegetables began to grow. Another surprising feature of Rex rabbits helped even more. They digest grass, but not the seeds. So the seeds came out in their manure, and grass started growing everywhere. Rabbits not only maintained the willow trees, but also planted new grass. And in the end, their fur was sold at high prices. This entire process became a self-sustaining cycle. Rabbits literally began turning the desert green. After the success of this experiment, Wang didn't stop. He rented 100 bulldozers, leveled the dunes, filled pits, flattened the land, and planted more willow trees. Local people were encouraged to raise Rex rabbits. With government support, millions of rabbits were imported and distributed among local families. Every household became a small farm. This project ran for 10 years and transformed the whole region. What was once only sand is now a green landscape. The Kubuqi Desert covers 18,600 square kilometers, and according to a UN report, 33%, 6,250 square kilometers, has become green again, the result of more than 30 years of hard work. The Kubuqi Desert is now called an ecological marvel instead of sea of death. Not only the environment changed, people's lives changed too. The Chinese government invested 3 billion yuan, around $400 million, to build new villages and create new jobs. Today, thousands of farms operate here. More than 3 million Rex rabbits are sold every year, and farmers earn up to $9,600 annually. People who once fled the desert now have become wealthy living there. An estimated 10,000 people's lives have been transformed. In 2017, when media reporters visited, they found the environment 10 times better than before. Trees, grass, animals, and humans, everything in harmony. But one question arises. If rabbits can green a desert, why are they dangerous in Australia? Because before 1859, there were no rabbits in Australia. Then a Britisher released 24 rabbits for sport hunting. Within 70 years, they multiplied so much that they became uncontrollable. In Australia, rabbits live freely in natural habitats, but in China, they are kept in controlled environments and used only where beneficial. That's why rabbits are a curse in Australia, but a blessing in China. The Kubuqi story doesn't end here. The world's largest solar power image, called the Jumna Solar Power Plant, is also located here. Spread over 6,000 acres with 5 million solar panels, it looks like a running horse from space. It holds a Guinness World Record. By 2022, it had generated 2.3 billion kilowatts of energy, saving 7,600 tons of coal and reducing 18 million tons of carbon dioxide. This plant doesn't just produce electricity, it also fights desertification. Under the panels, sunlight doesn't reach the sand, so evaporation decreases and grass grows. And to cut that grass, Rex rabbits are again stationed there. The rabbits eat the grass and plant new seeds through their manure. Panels reduce wind speed by 50%, preventing sand displacement, and the land becomes more fertile on its own. Today, if you visit the Kubuqi Desert, you will find sheep, ducks, and rabbits living together, grass below the panels, and clusters of willows around. No one could have imagined that the sea of death would one day be the sea of life, and it all started with the smart use of a rabbit. Researchers worldwide are calling this model an eco-economic revolution. Half of the world's land is desert, and 40% is fighting desertification. Europe and America are also trying to learn from China's model. The message of the Kubuqi Desert is clear. If humans and nature work together, even the sea of death can become a garden of life. We hope you like and share this Nature Logic TV video. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next amazing video.